In the heart of a bustling city stood a grand corporate building, home to hundreds of employees. No one knew that the man who mopped the marble floors at dawn and emptied the trash cans at dusk was actually the owner of the entire company. His name was Daniel Wycliffe, a reclusive billionaire who had built his empire in technology and real estate. But after years of watching people treat him differently because of his wealth, Daniel felt detached from the real world. He often wondered, would anyone ever love him for who he truly was, not for his name, fame, or fortune? One crisp Monday morning, Daniel walked into his building in janitor overalls with a mop in one hand and a bucket in the other. He had hired a trusted manager to run the company in his absence and told everyone that he had taken a sabbatical. No one suspected a thing. As days turned into weeks, Daniel began to learn the names and stories of the people who worked in the building. But one person stood out, Amara. Amara was a receptionist on the ground floor. She was always polite to everyone from CEOs to security guards. She greeted the janitors with the same warm smile she gave to executives. She didn't wear expensive clothes, nor did she chase after office gossip. Instead, she spent her lunch breaks reading books or volunteering at the nearby shelter. One evening, as Daniel was mopping near the lobby, he noticed Amara struggling to carry boxes of supplies. "Need a hand?" he asked. She smiled. "That would be great, thank you." That simple gesture sparked a connection. Over the next few weeks, their paths crossed often. They would chat during her breaks, sharing stories about their childhoods, favorite meals, and dreams for the future. Daniel never mentioned his true identity, but the way Amara spoke without judgment, without expectation, moved him deeply. One evening, while walking her to the bus stop in the rain, Amara said something that made Daniel's heart skip. "You know, some people judge success by the money they have, but I think it's about how kind and honest a person is, even when no one is watching." Daniel paused, staring at her. She had no idea how much those words meant to him. A month later, Daniel knew it was time to reveal the truth. He invited Amara to a small cafe. When she arrived, she found Daniel dressed in a tailored suit. "Is this a prank?" she asked, confused. Daniel smiled. "No prank. Amara, I'm not really a janitor. My name is Daniel Wycliffe. I own the building and the company." Silence filled the air. Amara stared at him, eyes wide, trying to process everything. "I needed to know if someone could see me for who I am, not for my wealth. And you did. You treated me with kindness when I had nothing to offer. You reminded me what truly matters." Amara looked into his eyes. "You lied about who you were, but your heart never lied. That's what I saw." They sat in silence for a moment, before smiling at each other, both knowing that something real had just begun. Months later, the city buzzed with news. Billionaire Daniel Wycliffe was engaged. But the bigger story was the woman he chose, not a model or heiress, but a humble receptionist who had once believed she was just helping a janitor carry boxes. Their story became a symbol of something powerful, that love built on honesty, kindness, and humility is far richer than anything money can buy. Moral of the story: true love doesn't care about status, wealth, or appearances. It looks beyond the surface into the heart. Treat everyone with kindness. You never know who might be walking through life in disguise.